Today I'm going to show you my tried and true creme brulee recipe. For this recipe you will need 6 egg yolks, 2 cups whipping cream, a 1/3 cup granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, and then 8 teaspoons granulated sugar. First things first, you'll need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you can start separating the eggs. I have 3 bowls because sometimes I'm not the best at separating eggs, and if some egg yolk gets in there, then I can just dump it without polluting the ones I have already separated. You're going to do that 6 times until it looks something like this. After that, you can set aside the egg whites for some other recipe. You can either make breakfast with them and like an omelet or angel food cake, whatever you want. Just barely beat the egg yolks with a wire whisk until they look like this. And then you're going to get a medium-sized bowl, or however big you want it, and add the 2 cups whipping cream. You don't need to use a strainer, I just use it in case the whipping cream has been sitting for a couple days. From there, you're going to add the 1/3 cup granulated sugar. Don't worry if some of the sugar sinks to the bottom, it will all even out when you pour the mixture into the ramekins. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Afterwards, whisk everything together until it is well combined and evenly colored. From there, you can add the egg yolks. I use a rubber spatula to try and get the last bit of the egg yolks in there, because sometimes if you just pour it, there's still quite a bit left in the bowl. You don't have to though, that's entirely optional. After that, you're going to whisk it again until it's evenly colored. From there, you're going to take the 13 by 9 inch pan and put the ramekins inside. Make sure they're evenly spaced. Then you can just pour the mixture into the ramekins. You're going to do that 6 times. My ramekins are the 4-ounce ones, and this recipe usually makes about 6 or 8 in this size. While you're doing this, heat up some water on the stove. When the water has reached a boil, you can add it to the pan. If you need to, move the ramekins a bit so that none of the water splashes into the creme brulee. And then you can very carefully transition it to the oven, where it will need to bake for about 30 minutes to an hour, until the centers are jiggly and the tops are a light golden brown. Once out of the oven, you'll need to let them sit there for 2 hours.
2 hours later.
After that, you need to transition them to the fridge, where they need to sit for another 4 hours.
4 hours later.
Once that's done and the creme brulees are fully cooled, you can sprinkle a fine layer of sugar over the top of each creme brulee. Since I don't have a kitchen torch, I just use the oven to broil them. You can use high or low, just make sure you keep an eye on them. And this will caramelize the sugar so that they look like this. And that's it. Enjoy!